everybody, it's Katie Swain, Director of Alumni Affairs. We're here again with our August Alumni Highlight. We have Mike, Molly, and Maddy McCook with us today. And of course, we have Randy Friend, our Alumni Association Board President, to lead our interview. So Randy, take it away.
Sure. Thanks, Katie. And good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back for another. We are very excited for today's interview for a lot of reasons, but excited to have these folks join us today to go through another one of our great interviews. As always, if you're joining us again for another time, we'd love to get recommendations from folks. We'll put some information here at the end around that. But I will let these three lovely individuals introduce themselves. And based on Katie's rules, we're going to go from oldest to youngest. So kick it off.
Hi, everybody. My name is Mike McCook. I'm a Shepherd graduate of 21 and 22. I actually work here in the athletic department now at Shepherd University as the coordinator for external relations.
I'm Molly McCook. I graduated from Shepherd in 2023 with my undergrad in sports marketing and finished with my master's in business in 2024. And now my sister and I own a coffee shop.
Hi, everybody. I'm Maddy McCook. I'm the youngest. I graduated this past December in 2025 with my undergrad, and I'm finishing up my master's this December 2026. So I'm still enrolled in Shepherd.
Nice. Maddie, what was your undergrad in?
My undergrad was also in sports marketing,
Nice.
Recreation
sports studies.
Keeping it in the family business.
Yeah.
Love that. And then, are you doing an MBA also? That's what
I
you're
am.
wrapping up here? Beautiful.
Yep.
Love it. Awesome. Well, as folks, who are joining us and may not know who you are, which, like what rock did people crawl out from under? You all clearly are part of the McCook dynasty. That's what I'll refer to it as, and the lovely children of our head coach, Ernie McCook. And knowing that Ernie's been at Shepherd for, we'll call it a few years. I don't want to throw his age and time out there, right? But the one thing that I found so unique, and actually is when Katie and I were talking about the three of you joining us, kind of it excited me the most is normally when we do these interviews, it is people who are alums that get to talk about how they discovered Shepherd and like what brought them to Shepherd and all those things. What I would love to hear from the three of you and your individual perspectives is what was it like growing up at Shepherd? Because you probably have one of the most unique perspectives of anybody who are alums of the university. So whoever wants to go first around what was it like actually growing up at the university and then ultimately choosing to go there? Obviously knowing your parents, there probably was some discussions around why you should go there, but I will let you guys fill in the blanks for us.
Yeah, Randy, I'll go ahead and answer that. I'd say probably all three of us had our first steps in Ram Stadium as children. It's kind of all we knew. Saturdays in the fall was, a holiday for us every year. It was really important. The enjoyment of that season for us really came down to whether Shepherd football won or not. So that was the most important thing for us. And then, so just kind of all we knew. And it's funny though, what we knew most about Shepherd University was Ram Stadium and the Butcher Center with the one hall we would run up and down that I'm working in now. And then once it took me to come here as a freshman or maybe even a sophomore to learn where the library was and everything else with that. So now we got a really good understanding of Shepherd University and everything that comes with it and just the amazing community, the people that make this place great. And not just football. So that was my experience, and I think my sisters can kind of agree with that and kind of add their own little twist.
Yeah, I would say growing up around Shepherd University and in Shepherdstown was honestly amazing. Like we were super blessed just being around football. Obviously, we're a big football family, and we love it. But just the town itself is super cute, and it always kind of felt like home to us. And being able to go to college there was super cool too.
I'd have to just agree with that.
Well, because it's such a unique perspective, right? Like you
Yeah.
don't think about people, and Mike, I think you nailed it, right? It was like I was curious of that, like literally taking your first steps and things like that, right? Like being somebody that worked at Shepherd, and obviously Katie's been at Shepherd for a few years. Like we remember you guys being those little kids kind of running around, with jerseys and cheerleading outfits on and all that stuff, right? So
Yeah.
like you guys really in your own way are part of the history of the university overall,
Yeah,
right? So
Yeah.
which then makes such an interesting thing of like making the decision to go there and making it such a part of your individual lives even now, right? So like as you've kind of grown up and can take those steps and those types of things, I would love to be able to know kind of what from your guys' perspective, what was it like for you being students there, right? So like Mike, I love your obviously when people watch this, you knew where the library was on day one. I have no doubt about that, right? But like, getting to kind of know the rest of campus outside of those, what was that like for you guys and kind of exploring the other parts that the university had to offer?
So, or
Yeah.
you go.
Go ahead, Molly. Go ahead, Molly.
I was just gonna say, so I also played lacrosse at Shepherd, and that was just a whole another aspect of the university that I got to kind of explore. Like still in athletics, but I just loved that environment as well. And it was completely separate from football too. We had
Right.
our girl team, and it was girl run, and it was awesome. And then I still loved the football side, and of course the academics. Getting to know where all the buildings were was really cool, and just walking through the campus, it's beautiful, and you can't complain about it at all.
Yeah. And what was it? And you guys all lived on campus, right?
I commuted 2 years and we lived off
Okay.
campus.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, but you were kind of not necessarily at home all the time. Let's just say
No,
that.
no, yeah,
Yeah.
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 And
So,
I lived on
Michael
campus
did.
for two
Michael did
years.
live on campus,
Yeah.
yeah.
okay. So, Mike, what was that like for you kind of having that? So you did that for 2 years, you said?
Yep, I lived in Potomac
Okay.
and Yost for 2 years on campus. It was awesome. Great experience. It's part of the college experience and moving away from home and kind of immersing yourself in an environment that you got to fend for yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
But had a great time. I was the first group of students, freshman class, at Potomac when it was built. So
Okay.
we were the first ones there.
Nice.
So brand spanking new, and then I met my roommate there. My freshman year roommate was my roommate for every single year. So that's something that it's a bragging
You're
right.
lucky,
In my
yeah.
opinion. Yeah. You move in with your freshman roommate, and then you stay roommates for all the
That's pretty
years
good.
you're there. So. Socially, we felt we were super successful as a family, three of
Yeah.
us. Academically, I would say so too, more so my sisters. And then athletically, playing football and lacrosse. And Maddie can speak to being in the administration of, the social media team and marketing for the football team. So we kind of feel like we maximized our time at Shepherd pretty.
Sure. Yeah, that's awesome. So now each of you have finished the undergrad and done obviously the master's degrees. Are all three of you doing the MBA program? Or
Yeah.
obviously, Maddie, you're
Yeah.
finishing up.
Yes.
So tell me your thoughts about that, right? Because this is actually a unique thing, again, that we don't get a lot of opportunities to talk to people, or haven't yet, I should say, that kind of wrapped up with the MBA program. What did you guys think about that and kind of going that track as well?
I thought it was a super cool opportunity, and clearly we all jumped on it because it was kind of like a no-brainer to kind of broaden our education. And Michael's still in the recreation and sports field, but Maddie and I clearly we took the business route, and it's kind of paid off for us to have the background in business and take those entrepreneurship classes that were definitely beneficial for getting the coffee business up and running.
Especially throughout the past year, I've been still enrolled in these classes. So going as I'm taking the
Yeah.
classes and learning more about our own business, it's been really
Right.
cool.
Yeah, and Mike, obviously for you, you've had not only being a chaperone, but some other experiences as well. Can you speak a little bit to kind of how maybe some of that helped you? And then Molly and Maddie, I want to get back to you about the business side here in a minute, but we'll let Mike speak.
Yeah, I was really lucky to work hand in hand with, as great mentors as Dr. Martz, Ben Martz, and Dr. Doval were really good, leaders for me, and then kind of did the same thing for my two sisters. So those classes, especially in the MBA department and program, were great. And then Stacy Kendick here in the sports and recreation department here in the Butcher Center. Just we had enough help. We had a lot of people looking out for us, and all as they did for all the students, and that was just a great experience.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So Molly, Maddie, let's jump into this business, right? So everybody who's watching today may or may not know about your business venture. I have been following for a little bit on the social medias, which we'll try to make sure we plug that. That was a really terrible statement. The social medias, like I'm talking about being on the internets. That's great. Good thing we don't
Makes
edit
sense.
any of this. So let us know what's the deal with the coffee shop? How did you guys get
So,
started? Where are you at with it?
so after I graduated with my master's, I was kind of playing around with what to do next, as everyone does after college. And I had my life savings and I love to travel. I traveled a little bit and then we came up with the idea, like we worked at a coffee shop together. So we both had coffee experience and we loved coffee. Of course, every time we travel, we would see different coffee shops and try them. And
We kind of always joked that we would own a coffee shop one
Yeah.
day. It's
Yeah.
like it was like an ongoing joke, like the
Really?
retirement life,
Yeah.
like maybe later in life,
Yeah.
we'd just like open
Yeah.
one on the beach or something.
Yeah. And then out west, there's these little coffee sheds everywhere.
Yep.
They're in like every parking lot. And we were like,
Yep.
we should bring that to the East Coast. So we started looking into sheds and we were like, okay, how much would this cost? The entrepreneurship class really came in handy there. I used a lot of resources that I had just learned and used like the semester before or so, and I put like a whole startup expense sheet together and it was super cool.
Nice.
And I could see exactly what we needed to kind of make this happen, and we found a camper. So we came up with the idea of a camper
The
instead of
sheds
the
were a
shed.
lot more expensive.
Yeah,
than we
the
thought
sheds
Right.
were like 4 times the cost of a camper shell.
that
So
we could renovate.
yeah,
ourselves.
so we bought that and then completely gutted it. The three of us and my boyfriend Timmy, he helped us, and Michael helped a little bit. My mom. It was like a whole family thing. It was great, and we gutted it, renovated it all entirely ourselves in our front yard, and it was chaos, but it was
awesome.
really fun, and it was really worth it. And then we started selling coffee out of it, and it's been really successful, and it's done really well for us. And now we've saved up over the past year. We've been open for a little over a year now, and we've been saving. And our landlord, where we're parked, we have a permanent spot. He let us know a few months ago that they had a spot opening in their like shopping center that's behind where we're parked, and he was like, would you guys be interested? And the camper, it's a hassle when you're busy. There's so much stocking and restocking, and it's a lot to keep up with. So the stability of the electric and bathroom and heat and AC will be really wonderful for us. So we're super excited for that, and we're hoping that'll happen. It's in the process now, construction and everything and the build out, but we're hoping to open that in September.
Nice. Man, wow, that's coming up quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. And so where's that location at for folks who may not know?
It's off Sharpsburg Pike in Hagerstown. It's on College Road. There's a new Walmart. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like an old shopping
It's
center.
College Road, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
If you look
All
up
right.
Lightsome Coffee, you'll be able to find
If
it.
you're familiar
Love
with where
it.
St. James School is,
Yeah.
it's kind of in
Okay.
that
Very, very
vicinity.
good. So how did you come up with a name?
You wanna go?
We so we were kind of looking around, thinking of like different words that meant happiness and
Bright, good
carefree.
vibes.
Yeah, good vibes, And we
Nice.
wanted something different, and we wanted something that like kind of would stick out. And lightsome's actually a word. It means carefree and lighthearted, and it's kind of what we are going for. And Yeah, we just really liked
Yeah,
it.
when we saw the
That's
word,
awesome.
we were kind of like researching different words, and it came up. We were like, "Oh, that's kind of cute. It sounds like it has a good ring to it. It's unique.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Not many people would know about it. Most people are like, what?"
yeah,
But it is a word, so
I know. I think
like,
yeah, I had no idea. So, I mean, I think
yeah,
it's a great name for a coffee shop, right? Like
yeah,
you kind of get things that are more caffeine, coffee related, right? Like, bean or
yeah,
whatever. Everybody wants to add
being
a bean
something,
word
yeah.
in
yeah.
there,
It
right?
kind of
So,
it helps it stick out a little bit.
yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. So it's very, very cool. I love that. So, very, very cool. And so, Mike, obviously you are stepping into this new role at Shepherd, right? You've been in this role for how long now?
A little over 4 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so exactly what role have you taken on in athletics now?
Yep. Coordinator. The title is coordinator for external relations. It's athletic development, fundraising, external relations. Um, it fits well for somebody who's been lucky enough to kind of be immersed in the community and getting to know everybody that's involved with Shepherd Athletics. Uh, and it's it's fun. It's easy to work hard for something you care so much about.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of alignment there with me personally and professionally. So this is a really awesome opportunity for me. And just,
Yeah. And I just recently got my Gridiron Club thing. So thanks, Mike, for sending that. I'll be certain to send that back ASAP. But if somebody wants to give money, how do they get a hold of Mike McCook?
yeah, they can go we have a couple different pages, but on the shepherdrams.com athletic page, there's an area on there you can find me, all my contact information, and then also all of our specific sports teams links there to give to specific funds and teams and campaigns, and then also the most important thing is just coming out to support our student athletes and their competitions and paying attention to those schedules and really just enjoying Shepherd athletics.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Mike, you're not the only one who's taken on a new experience from what I understand, right? Like your sisters are taking on the business, but you're taking on a new role yourself. Is that true?
Yeah, I'm going to need a lot of free coffee to handle all this work. So I don't know if that's something that they can figure out for me. They already do. I get probably the most free coffee out of anybody in the history of
Yeah.
Well, am I wrong? Did you not recently get married?
Yes, I got
Yeah.
that too.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I was like, that's the new role. Like, yeah, we're done with your work. Like, we got all
yes,
that out of the way.
yes,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. The best part about that too is not the best part. The best part is my wife Tori Lasan Tori McCook now. Wow,
Jeez.
I'm getting ready to get in trouble. Tori McCook, she's a Shepherd alum, lacrosse alum. So we met here at school.
Nice.
Yeah, so Shepherd's given us a lot.
Yeah,
Given
that's awesome.
me specifically a lot. Yeah,
Well, congratulations to both of you on that journey. Surprisingly,
thank
falling
you.
into the made up statistics of 80% of people that meet at Shepherd are going to get married to somebody from Shepherd. It's a made up number. I don't know that that's a true stat, but it just
Right.
somebody says it somewhere. But yes, congratulations to you. Now, how is she falling into the fold of this whole McCook got to be ready for Saturday mornings ritual?
Yeah, so we started dating in during school, during college while I was still playing. So she got a little bit of a taste of that in my last 2 years, and then
Nice.
from there on out, she's just about as big of a Ram fan as anybody. So
Love it.
she's accepted that role and she's awesome. Yeah, she
Jumped in both feet, I guess, right? As they say.
absolutely.
Love that. So, as we kind of are wrapping things up here, one of the questions that we always ask everybody, and I'll draw this question out to give you a second to kind of think about it, is, you look back on your perspective of your time at Shepherd, both as an undergrad and grad student. Obviously, Mike, for you working there now, and your entire time growing up there, which is super unique to all of you. We love to always think about what if you were to say to other, either prospective students, current students, or even alums, what advice or things stood out directly for you that made such an impact of you being at Shepherd that you would almost hand that as advice or an example if you have one either thought or story that you love to be able to share, we always love to kind of cap everything off with that. And you know what? I'm going to make Maddie go first because I feel like she hasn't gotten a chance to just step right in. So, Maddie, if you got one thing or advice that you could give to a current student to say, this is what you should get out of it, what would that be?
Definitely go to the football games on Saturdays. I feel like a lot of
She's pulling the Homer card on that one. I love
yeah.
it.
You got to make it to the Shepherd football games. Even like that was like probably my favorite experiences, and not just because I grew up with Shepherd football,
Yeah.
but I mean, like you're just connecting with so many new people, and
Yeah, just
and
good
that's like
environment.
the best environment to be around. And I'm not to be biased or anything, but
I love it.
yeah. No, I think that was like my favorite memories were,
Yeah,
and that was while I was in school. I mean, I had great memories growing up there, but
of
it was
course.
more
Yeah.
fun then. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I would say that everything is what you make of it, and it's the people that make the place, and yeah, just surround yourself with good people and go to the football games, and you'll have a great time.
Love that. And Mike, for you.
Yeah, obviously I totally agree with all of that. But I just think, you can't go wrong with putting yourself in situations that might seem pretty difficult or hard at the time, or like, taking that class that is going to be pretty difficult, and then just understanding that everything from there is figure outable. So,
Yeah.
putting yourself in those,
Figure outable. I love that.
yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
So that would be my advice, and then also, um, social success is almost, if not just as important as academic and athletic success too. So being around the community and making friends and being a young person is every bit of the Shepherd experience that everybody should have.
Wonderful. Well, I appreciate it. And I appreciate all three of you taking the time today. I know I could probably make this conversation go an entire hour, but I'm not going to make you guys go through that torture. Mike, you got fundraising to do. Obviously your dad wants you to perform high on the numbers that you're bringing in. And Molly and Maddie, you got to get this shop up and running. So I'm super excited for all three of you. Thank you guys so much for joining us. This is always a pleasure for Katie and I to do these things, and most importantly, hearing unique stories like yours. For those who are joining us again, obviously, if you know people that you would love to hear their story or share your own story, please reach out to us, reach out to Katie through all of our social media platforms, and we'll be talking to you soon. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.